The courage to change your mind. Why flexibility is the ultimate intellectual superpower. Picture this. It's 1543, and a dying man named Nicolaus Copernicus hesitates to publish a book that will shatter humanity's understanding of the universe. Inside its pages is a radical idea. The Earth orbits the Sun, not vice versa. But why the hesitation? Because he knew what happens when you challenge what everyone knows. Fast forward to today, we're taught to stand our ground, stick to our principles, and wear our beliefs like armor. But what if I told you that changing your mind isn't just, okay, it's the hallmark of genius? The greatest thinkers in history, from Socrates to Darwin, didn't cling to ideas. They evolved. Welcome to Unlearn Everything. I'm Navan, and today we're exploring why mental flexibility might be the most undervalued skill of the 21st century and how you can master it. The psychology of stubbornness. Let's start with a confession. Our brains are terrified of being wrong. Neuroscientists call this cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort we feel when our beliefs clash with new evidence. It's like trying to wear shoes that don't fit. We'd rather limp than admit we need a new pair. Take the infamous Semmelweis effect. In the 1840s, Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis discovered that doctors could save lives by simply washing their hands before delivering babies. But his peers ridiculed him. Why? Because accepting his idea meant admitting they'd been killing patients for decades. They chose ego over truth, and millions died. Sound familiar? How often do we ignore facts that threaten our identity? I'm a progressive thinker. I'm a loyal conservative. Labels become cages. But here's the twist. Changing your mind isn't betrayal, it's growth. Think of your beliefs as software. Would you still use Windows 95? The art of intellectual humility. In ancient Athens, Socrates roamed the streets, questioning from politicians to poets about justice, love, and truth. His secret? He claimed to know nothing. This Socratic humility wasn't self-deprecation. It was a weapon against ignorance. Centuries later, Charles Darwin did something revolutionary. He spent 20 years trying to disprove his theory of evolution. He filled journals with counter-arguments, writing, "I follow blindly my ideas, if opposed to the death." By inviting doubt, he built an idea that outlived him. Now, let's bring this home. Imagine you're at Thanksgiving dinner. Your uncle insists climate change is a hoax. You've got two choices. 1. Fight. Here's a graph from NASA. 2. Curiosity. What evidence would change your mind? The second question isn't just strategic, it's philosophical. It transforms debates into dialogues. As philosopher Alain de Botton says, the person who can change their mind is the ultimate aristocrat. How to rewire your brain. So, how do we escape the certainty trap? Let's break it down. 1. Befriend uncertainty. Next time you feel defensive, ask, could I be 10% wrong? That tiny crack lets light in. 2. The devil's advocate ritual. Write down your strongest belief. Now, argue against it like your job depends on it. You'll either strengthen your stance or discover it's flimsier than a TikTok conspiracy. 3. Seek constructive confusion. Follow someone you disagree with. Read a book that infuriates you. As writer Anais Nin said, we don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. Remember, changing your mind isn't a crisis, it's a rite of passage. Every time you update a belief, you're shedding an old skin. A modern lesson. In 2018, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson did something extraordinary. After years of defending Pluto's status as a planet, he said, I yield. Pluto is a planet. The crowd erupted in cheers, not because he was right, but because he showed the courage to publicly evolve. So here's your challenge. This week, share a story of a time you changed your mind. Tag it #UnlearnEverything. Let's normalize growth. After all, the Earth does orbit the Sun. Germs are real. And you, yes, you have permission to outgrow yesterday's truths. Thanks for listening. Stay curious, stay flexible, and as always, question everything.